Okay, so today we are going to be looking at the Epcot rides, attractions. Again, if you saw the Magic Kingdom one, I basically just stuck to the rides because I haven't done like every single attraction outside of the rides. Therefore, I don't want to rank those, do like a tier rating on those. But today we are going to dive into Epcot specifically, which I'm excited about because it's my favorite park. So we're gonna go through rating those. Starting with, okay, Spaceship Earth. I'm gonna go with good ride because not a might ride, like I'm almost always gonna ride it, especially because it has a low wait time and we are ride people. It's got no height requirement, so if I'm with the whole family, the girls can ride it. But I mean, it's not a great ride. It's definitely not flawless, but I'm gonna ride it. So we're gonna go with good ride on that one. Next is, well, the next one's Journey of Water. So again, that's not a ride, but I feel like that's a really good attraction. I don't know. Again, it's not a ride, but I'm putting it in great because it's just one that I'm always going to do this probably. I mean, if I was like on a work trip, I might not necessarily go through there unless I wanted specific content with that day. But like if it's me and my husband, we're probably going to walk through it. If it's me and the girls, we're definitely walking through it, maybe twice in one day, like once in the daytime and once in the evening because it is lit up and super pretty at night. So yeah, I'm gonna go with great. I should say great ride. But yeah, we love that one. So real quick before we dive into the next one, if you're new here, hi, I'm Kinsey, a Disney loving mama and travel agent who helps families tailor their vacations to fit their budget, pace, and personalities. And today we're just having some fun with going through and rating these rides. So the next one for Epcot is going to be my absolute favorite, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. So of course we have to put that right into the flawless category. This one is just amazing. My oldest is probably going to be tall enough to ride this summer and I'm super excited to take her on it. I just love everything about it. I love how unique it is. I love the storyline that goes into play. I like with the tilting of the car, the going backwards, the backwards launch, the different songs you can get for like slightly different experience each time, and then you can slowly like build up your favorite songs that you are hoping for, and it kind of just builds into that anticipation. But overall, it's like I'm always laughing and enjoying this ride, and if I can go twice in one day with a lightning lane and rope dropping it or whatever the case might be, I'm gonna do it. So this ride is like the definition of flawless. It's my favorite ride on property, so of course it has to go there. The next one, I can't even tell what this is. Is that a ride? I don't know what that is. I don't think it's a ride. But the next one, the next ride that's on here is Mission Space. Boom, avoid riding. I didn't even put any in that category in Magic Kingdom because I feel like there's not many that I would just straight up avoid riding. Like if my daughters wanted to do it or the wait time was like 5 minutes and we wanted to get on a ride or whatever, there's a lot that I would just do even if I wasn't a fan of it. But Mission Space is one that I'm gonna avoid riding. When we rode it one time, we did do I don't even know what the tiers are. Is orange the like harder level and green's the easier, not so sickening level supposedly? We did the hard one, the more dramatic one. I don't know if that's the best way to put it. But yeah, I'll never do that again. I don't get sick on rides, and I did get sick on this, and it was like, I will say, if you want to ride it or you're going to ride it, just know that, at least for me, I feel like that initial sickness feeling was right at the beginning, and that freaked me out a lot and kind of made the ride worse because as you go up to the ride, there's so many warnings about getting sick. There's puke bags when you get in there. It's like, I literally was like, oh my gosh, should we like walk off this ride because they warn you so many times? And so then when I initially started feeling that queasiness, like right at the beginning, I was like trying to lock in and not feel sick anymore, because I was like, if this is how I feel at the beginning, I can only imagine how it's going to be by the time we get to the end of this ride. And I think the beginning was the worst for me. Like if I would have known the beginning was going to be the worst, I maybe would have enjoyed it a little more, but not enough to where I ever need to do it again. So overall, we're doing avoid riding for Mission Space. Next is Test Track. I have ridden the 2.0 most recent old version and the now 3.0 most recent version. And I'm going to say great ride. And the only reason I'm not going to say flawless is because I think I could go in Epcot and not ride Test Track and be fine with it. Like I wouldn't feel upset about it, but I'm always going to try to ride it. Like it's really fun. I'm a big like roller coaster fast person, and I know there's a lot of back and forth out there on like which version of Test Track is better. I liked this one just fine in comparison to the other one. I don't think it was like super different in my opinion. I know my husband enjoyed the last one where you got to kind of create your car at the beginning, so they did take that part away. But overall, I just think it's a really enjoyable ride, so I'm going to go with great ride here. Some of these I can't see very well what is going on. Next is going to be the Seas with Nemo and Friends. I'm going to go with good ride on this one because I feel like the wait time's decent. I think that it pairs well with the fact that there's an aquarium in there. So especially when you're going with your family, it's a great ride to get on. It's cool, it's dark, and I feel like everybody loves Nemo. So especially in the heat of the Florida sun, a ride that doesn't have a huge wait time, or even if it's got a slightly higher one, like 20 to 30 minutes, it's a great one to do a lightning lane for, especially for families because it's no height requirement. It's Nemo. It's cool in there. It's great to get out of the heat. So then if you can ride it a couple times in one day, even better, but you can ride it and then enjoy the aquarium, or vice versa. Go in, enjoy the aquarium for a little bit before you ride it or before your lightning lane. I just think it's a good ride overall. Like I'm most likely going to do it if I'm on property at Epcot. So, Living with the Land. I don't know, guys. I just dropped it in great, but I think I'm going to have to go with flawless. I know that you're like comparing probably Guardians of the Galaxy with Living with the Land, and you're like, those are both in flawless. Like they're literally nothing alike, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the point. Like I love how long Living with the Land is. I love the holiday overlay that they do around Christmas time. And I just love the chill laid backness of it and being able to just kind of like ride in and see the sunlight, and like that area where you see it pictured there. I don't know. It's just one of my go-tos. And again, one of the reasons I have to put it in flawless is because I feel like I'm doing it almost anytime I walk into Epcot. Like I'm going to do Living with the Land. Next is Soarin'. I'm going to go with great. I would be really close to flawless with this one because I really, really do enjoy Soarin'. And it's one that I'm like always going to probably get a lightning lane for, always going to want to try to do. But I don't really say flawless because I do feel like sometimes it depends on where you get seated. Like if you're seated more kind of in the middle of the whole show or whatever you want to call it, it's definitely better than if you're like on the sides or on the very bottom or whatever in regard to the viewing piece. And the biggest reason it's not going to get flawless for me is because I hate the queue. The queue is horrible. Like even if you have a lightning lane, I feel like it just takes a really long time to get on the ride. And it's a decent length of a ride, but not for what you wait most of the time. So I feel like I just can't put it in the flawless category. Next ride I'm seeing is, there's a lot of like attractions mixed in here, so I'm trying to weed those out a little bit. So the next attraction is the Three Caballeros, or Grand Fiesta Tour. I feel like you can tell this is my favorite park because I don't know if anything's going to go under good ride at this point. I'm going to go with good ride. I think this ride's like low-key underrated. There's not anything super spectacular to it, but it almost never has like more than a 5 to 10 minute wait. You can't get a lightning lane for it even because like the wait time's just, you don't really ever need it. I love that it's like in the Mexico Pavilion. I love that you can just get on there pretty quickly, take a chill boat ride. I feel like it's fun for the kiddos to kind of like see where Donald is and point him out along the way. It's just, overall, I do enjoy this ride, and it's an easy ride to get on when you're in Epcot. If you can only knock out a few while you're there, depending on what your game plan is, because the wait time is so short. Yeah, it's a cute ride. I think the only two actual rides left are Frozen and Remy's. So Frozen Ever After, I'm going with the family view here, and I'm going to go with Great Ride. I will say, I share this disclaimer a lot, but if your kiddo is potentially scared of dark rides or like slight drops, because this one does have a couple drops, and there's even one where like Elsa's singing Let It Go, and she puts her hands in the air and you kind of like drop backwards almost. Not drop, but you go quickly backwards. Either have them watch a walkthrough or ride through of that maybe, or just kind of give them a heads up if you think that could be an issue. My girls haven't had an issue with it, but I do know I have friends, like a couple friends, that their kiddos didn't like the ride, even though they love Frozen because of those things, and they just didn't prepare them accordingly. However, back to why I think that it's a great ride. I just love, I feel like every little kid loves Frozen, especially little girls, and I think it's just such a fun ride to go through. I think the queue is super cute, super themed. It's a great ride. We usually rope drop this one because we've rope dropped Remy's before. I might try it again for science and go even earlier. I don't know. But anyways, that's beside the point. We usually rope drop Frozen and get a lightning lane for Remy's. And I just feel like in that queue, it's just such a fun queue. It's a fun boat ride. It takes them through the movies. They love seeing Olaf, Elsa, and Anna. And now they have the new animatronics. I'm super excited to see that when I go this summer or when we go together. I don't know if I'll ride that when I'm there for my summit or not. But I think that's going to make it even better. I love the Let It Go. Like anyone that loves Frozen, even just kind of, I think it's just such a great ride for families. There's no height requirement, so kiddos can really enjoy that one. And the last attraction here, the last ride, I should say. I know Journey of Water wasn't a ride, but I had to rate that one because it's new and I think it's cute. But the last one is going to be Remy's, and I know this one gets a lot of hate. At least I feel like people really hate on this ride, but I'm gonna have to also do it as a great ride. I don't know. I don't think it deserves to be flawless, but one, I actually haven't ridden it since they updated it, and it's no longer the 3D, 4D, like with the glasses. So I'm excited to ride it without the glasses actually. But I think this is so fun. We love Ratatouille. Our girls have loved it. I didn't watch it for the longest time until my oldest watched it, and now I'm like obsessed with it. I just think it's such a I just think it's such a good, well-rounded movie, and this ride is so cute with Remy, and it's unique with the trackless ride, you being like how you're supposed to be following him through the kitchen. It's got that 4D feel even without the 3D glasses. Like it's still got the splashing occasionally, the heat of the oven, and like different things like that. And I just think that it's such a fun ride for kids because again, it's another one that's no height requirement, but it takes it a little bit above the level of like a no height requirement boat ride. There's a little bit more action to it. So especially for those like slightly older toddlers that might not be ready or even tall enough to ride a kiddie type roller coaster yet, this bumps it up a little bit for them versus just a slow boat ride. Takes them through kind of the movie, the experience, and overall, especially for families, I just think this is a super great ride. And what is this? I'm like so confused on what this is. Am I losing it over here? I can't tell. Oh, where's Figment? Okay, I almost forgot. Figment, Journey, Imagination, whatever. Journey of Figment, Imagination. Why is it escaping me right now? But the Figment ride, okay? If it was just me, I would put a Might ride because I personally don't care about that ride. I think it smells like crayons. And I don't know. It's kind of like low-key a little creepy. But if we're going the family aspect, I'm going to say good ride because, again, no height requirement. I think, like, my girls always find it funny. They're now Figment people, especially my eldest. She literally chose a Figment magic band for our next trip. So I'm just going to go with good ride. I feel like there's not a whole lot to explain there than, like, I think it's fun for kids, but I could definitely use some updating, and it's not one that I'm ever, unless there's some particular reason, I'm probably not going to get on that ride if I'm by myself or even just with my husband. So one perk of it is it does usually have semi-lower wait times at least, so that's always good. Now, that is the final ride that we've kind of walked through. I hope you guys enjoyed just kind of going through this with me, kind of seeing my takes, my thoughts behind some of these. And I would be interested to see if you agree with me on these, if you disagree. I feel like some of these I would definitely have people disagreeing with me with. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, what some of your rankings might be. And if you enjoyed this and want to follow along for more Disney tips, tricks, vlogs, and just, some fun, bringing some magic to your feed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this a thumbs up. Again, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.